Gooner TV, Old Skool Gunner. Another loss, 2 in a row now. Got a tough month ahead. We've got Man City, Leicester, the 2 games against
United.
What do you make of the game today? Where do you think it went wrong for us?
Everywhere. Team selection. I think, to be honest, the goalkeeper had a good game, in fairness to him. He saved us many, many times. But I honestly think, like, Xhaka played. I'm not a fan of his. I think he's... Listen, the best way I could say it is that we knew what to expect when we got into the game. We've played them before. It's no surprise. But when we played them today, we knew what to expect when we went to Villa. I don't want to seem too harsh, but I don't think there's an excuse for that kind of... They scored in the second minute. We gave the ball away. Cedric made a mistake. And then we had another 90 minutes, at least, to capitalise and to get something back. I mean, it was a setback, but you have time. Teams should relax, get into the game, and get their play moving. And that never happened. I honestly think we're better than we showed today, and we're better than Villa. But they upset us. They got amongst us. Like I said, though, I don't think there can be an excuse because Arteta knows what they're going to do. He knows the way they're going to play against us. Pick a team to suit that. And don't make a mistake after 2 minutes because that really put us... That was difficult then. It was difficult to get out of that because they changed their shape straight away and they changed their strategy. They were a goal up and they waited for us to kind of come out and they tried to pick us off. And we're not firing up front. I mean, we're not firing. The team is not firing.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm going to come on to as well. Like, I didn't think the team selection was too bad, but the substitutions again from Arteta just seemed off. I mean, he's brought Willian on. We've proved that hasn't worked. Then he brought Aubameyang on, who hasn't scored in ages. And it just seems a bit weird to me, the substitutions, you know. What do you make of it?
Yeah, I agree with you completely. Wrong substitutions. Aubameyang is lacking fitness and maybe a bit of confidence. He's not focused, in my opinion. Willian, the least said about him, the better. I'm not a fan of his. Martinelli was there. I mean, why not him? Partey had to come off. Partey had to come off, I understand. But why Willian? When this was a vital point in the game, we were chasing the game. As soon as I saw Willian coming on, I knew we weren't going to do it. And I'm an optimist. As soon as I saw Willian, I knew it was all over. I said, there's not a chance, no.
Yeah. I mean, all the guys have said the same thing. You know, Willian's been tried and tested and it hasn't worked. So why bring him on again? And
he sticks with the same. I mean to say, at least Martinelli will run for you and he'll put in a shift. And if they make one mistake, he's in and he can finish. He keeps a cool head. He proved that against Chelsea last season. He proved himself. Aubameyang's confidence is shot to pieces, or his focus is not there. He looks like it when he's coming on. You can see it. His body language is not good. I mean, he was in their pocket when he came on.
I mean,
he just didn't have any effect.
I think that's everyone's biggest criticism, isn't it? Like, if he doesn't score goals, Aubameyang, he does absolutely nothing. I mean, I completely agree. I would have gone with Martinelli. I mean, would you put Martinelli? Would you played him up front? Would you played him out wide? What would you have done?
I'd play him up front, full forward. Yeah. He puts guys under pressure, and when he gets the ball, he has one thing on his mind. He lets go. He lets fly. At least you're not going to score if you don't shoot. He sees the goal, he has the shot. But another problem is the defense. I mean, Cedric, the way it was going on all through the game with the defense, like not just when we conceded at the very beginning. Okay, that cost us the entire game, but constantly very lackadaisical, very sloppy in possession, messing around with it in areas where you shouldn't be. Just kick the ball forward. I remember back like Adams, Keown, Winterborn, and Dixon. They knew when to play it and they knew when to just get rid of it, just clear it. Just get it up the park. Really. I mean, if you've got two strong forwards up there, just hit it up the park in their general direction, at least relieve the pressure. But they were messing around in that dangerous area. Ollie Watkins is around there and he's quick and he can finish. He's strong. I mean, he's a handful. That's the thought of my head.
You know, Emery came into a lot of criticism, didn't he, when he was telling them to play it around the back in a 6-yard box and stuff like that. And we gave away a couple of goals away last season for that. And it still seems like, you know, we're still kind of doing that. And like you said there, you know, sometimes you need to revert back to old school football where you just, you know, just kick it in row Z.
You know, up the park, you know? Just get it out. You know what I mean? It doesn't always have, sometimes you have to play, sometimes you have to stick, but at least play the ball out. Like, get it up there. Don't just look for the 1-2s. You don't take a 1-2 when you're on the edge of your box. Don't look for a 1-2. You know what I mean? Because the other players, the opposition, they're pros. They're playing in between the spaces. They cut out the passes, and it's one ball. And you saw the goal. It was one ball, and everyone was caught upfield. They had no chance. I mean, it was a bad start. But also Arteta, I don't know what. I'm a fan of his. I like the guy. I like him as a player. I like him as, I liked him when he took over because he loves the club. Because he loves the club. But what is he saying to the guys at half time? They're 1-0 down. What's he thinking? Look, lads, if we're struggling 15 minutes into the second half, I'm going to make some changes. You should know before the game what Aston Villa were going to throw at us. And that's everything. They were going to really try to derail us. I don't know what he's saying at half time. Look at Jurgen Klopp. I mean, I don't want to. Klopp is a serious manager, but he'd be screaming and roaring and shouting, and he goes mad. I mean, I know he's a nice guy, Arteta. Maybe a bit too nice.
Yeah.
I mean, what's he saying to them at half time?
Yeah, looking forward to the games ahead, mate. I think we've got Leeds at home next. What would you change against Leeds then? What would you change formation? Would you change the players? What would you do differently for Leeds at home?
I would change the players. I would just play 4-4-2, but I would change the players. I would have Lacazette and Martinelli up front. I would have Ceballos and Partey, if Partey's fit. If Tierney's there, I would have him back to the defence. Let's see the midfield. Ceballos, Partey, Saka, and maybe Pepe. Whichever way you want to do that out. But the defence, if David Luiz is back, I pray to God he is. If Tierney is back, I pray to God he is. Bellerin. And Luiz and Holding have a very good central partnership. The midfield, like I said, Ceballos, Partey, quick guys on the wings. And the two forwards, Lacazette and Martinelli. I mean, and that's basically it. 4-4-2. Push forward when we can, defend when we can. But we're at home now the next game against Leeds. We need to play like the away teams. We need to keep it tight. We need to keep it controlled. And don't give a goal away after 2 or 3 minutes. We're the home team, but we need to keep it tight at the back. Stay defensive and wait for them to come out and try to hit them, force them into mistakes, like Aston Villa did to us. Sit back and wait. We can't bomb forward like we need to win that game. We can't have a bad start. We need to settle and get into it. We're a better team. We're a better team, and we're a better team than Villa, but they upset us. And that was it.
Just finish off, mate. What's your score prediction then for the Leeds game coming up?
2-1 Arsenal. Hopefully. No, I think we're going to win 2-1, but I think it's going to be a battle. And